Why does my hair look like I just got out of bed? I'll admit it, I fucked up. It's my first YouTube video and I'm already leaving a terrible impression. But you know what, we're gonna keep rolling because fuck it. What's up everybody, my name is Curtis, you can call me Courtesy, and this is my first YouTube video. Well, I probably shouldn't say my first YouTube video. When I was younger I used to post cover videos all the time, not even all the time, just once here and there. But I kind of took all those down, except maybe one or two, not entirely sure, because I wanted to start fresh on YouTube. So, yeah, my first YouTube video, essentially. You know what, yeah, we're gonna stick with it. First YouTube video. Before we get into the topic of this video, I think it necessary, especially as someone new to YouTube, that I kind of give you guys my background and kind of how I got started doing these videos. It started about 4 or 5 months ago when I kind of just would do something similar to this on my Snapchat stories. Everyone would kind of just post pictures and videos of them, whatever they were doing in that particular moment. Which I understand is the initial intention of Snapchat, but I just wanted to step out and be different. So basically I would rant and talk about a variety of different topics, and essentially it became this weekly episodic thing that became what this channel is now called Common Courtesy. A lot of my followers and friends enjoyed it, and a lot of them was like, hey, you should probably move some of this stuff to YouTube. Especially since a lot of people wanted to see like past videos and past content that I did, but Snapchat being set up the way it is, people weren't able to view it after 24 hours. So week by week I would hear, move to YouTube, move to YouTube. It would go on like that, and I eventually just cave in, and here we are 4 or 5 months later on my first YouTube video. So yeah, the moral of that story is, don't give in to peer pressure, kids. Unless that peer pressure has a possibility of putting you on YouTube and getting you seen by the entire world. So for those of you who followed me over from Snapchat, thank you guys so much for your love and support. We are finally here. You are welcome. Now you can stop bugging me about it because we're finally here onto the channel. As the title of this video suggests, we're going to talk about some of the misconceptions that women have about guys. So to my female viewers who are watching this, we're going to delve into the male psyche a little bit about certain topics that you tend to moan and complain about over on social media, and even certain things that I've heard some of my female friends talk to me about. So without any further ado, the first Common Courtesy video on YouTube, Women's Misconceptions of Men. First misconception, men do have emotions and feelings. Contrary to what society would want you to believe, men actually get very emotional about a variety of different things. From sports, all the way to relationships and every little thing in between. Society's told us that we're supposed to bottle that shit up and we're not supposed to display our emotions on our sleeves, but sometimes we just can't help it. It's going to happen. So unfortunately, ladies, we're not this Superman of no emotion that some of you make us out to be. We can only take so much till we eventually break down. The added pressure of society telling us not to show those emotions just makes us out to be these emotionless cyborgs that a lot of you complain about us being. So if you want the guy you're talking to open up a little bit more, be sure to let him know that he is completely free to talk to you. A lot of times that's what a lot of us guys need to hear, so we are able to be vulnerable and talk to you guys about certain things. Now this next topic is going to depend on the guy, how his family is set up, and how his relationship is with his family. You need to understand that you are not always going to be the #1 girl in his life. Whether you be talking exclusively or in a relationship, there is still his mother, depending on the relationship with her, his sister, also depending on the relationship or if he even has any, and any other close female relative in his family. He's known them a lot longer than he's known you. So there are going to be certain times where you're going to have to put your ego to the side and say, you know what, I'll let you go take care of your family if they need help. And we are going to greatly appreciate you for this. Especially if the guy you're talking to is a mama's boy like I am. There are a lot of times where it's going to be like, hey babe, mom wants to do something, we're going to have to reschedule. And for whatever reason, a lot of girls will get offended by that. Why? Understand, we're talking about the woman who has given me life. If it wasn't for her, you and me wouldn't even be a thing. As someone who is very big on family, I'm going to need a lot of you females to understand that if we have to reschedule plans to be with our family, specifically our mother, we're going to need you to understand that and not get all upset. And trust me, this won't always happen. There'll be times where we'll put you ahead of our mother for certain situations. Let's say long-standing plans that we've had. Maybe even just wanting to spend time with you because I feel like we don't spend enough time together. You will, at some point, be my number one priority. Even when you are the number one priority, you're still teetering as the number one girl in my life. Hashtag mama's boy. Number 3 is kind of a big one. A lot of females will complain and make the argument that they're always talking to multiple females, or like, why can't I find the guy who can only talk to one girl? Ladies, I'm gonna let you in on a little something. I'm possibly going to get some hate for this, but depending on the exclusiveness, how close you are to this guy, no guy is ever just talking to one girl. One of my favorite YouTubers by the name of Kane Carter painted a perfect scenario to explain part 1 of this type of situation. Females, let's say you and I are kind of talking and we're not really being exclusive, but something in your head says, I want that guy to be my boyfriend. Whatever I'm doing that makes a part of your brain say that, I've done my part. But now, you gotta step up and do yours. Just because I activate that part in your brain doesn't necessarily mean you've activated that part in my brain. And that by no stretch of the imagination means there's anything wrong with you. You gotta just step your game up a little bit. And if we're gonna be really honest, if a guy wants a meaningful relationship, he's gonna have to sample a little bit of everything that's out there. Ladies, it's no different when you go to the mall to buy clothes. You're not gonna sit in the fitting room for hours on end, trying to squeeze into a dress or put on a dress that does not fit, shoes that don't fit, and it's overall a style that just does not fit you. You've got to sample different clothing racks, possibly different sizes, and definitely different shoes and different accessories to find the one that fits you. It's no different when guys are talking to different females who they're not exclusive with. Now, if you are exclusive or you're in a relationship or married, then there is no room for you to be talking to anyone except that one individual that you are with. But for the rest of us who really aren't attached to anyone, we kind of have to sample a little bit of everything to find what fits us. And it is because we do this that leads to part 2 of this misconception that guys don't want relationships. I find that to be complete and utter bullshit. Just like everyone else, guys want to find someone who likes them just as much as they do. It makes them feel like they are desired and wanted. We all want to find someone that makes us feel that way. There seems to be an ongoing conflict with who catches feelings first between the guy or the girl. A lot of people in society will say the girl catches feelings first. I'll argue and say that I think guys tend to be the ones who catch feelings first. I mean, it all goes back to what I said in the beginning. Guys have emotions and feelings and are a lot more sensitive than society would like to give us credit for. And there you have it, a few of the many misconceptions that women have about us guys. Believe it or not, we're actually a little bit more complex than you ladies might think. Hell, even a little bit more complex than us guys would like to admit. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. If you liked my very first YouTube video, be sure you give it a thumbs up. Be sure you hit that subscribe button. I will post links to all my other social media at the end of this video. Tell your friends about it. This is common courtesy here on YouTube, and I will also be posting cover videos. I am an aspiring singer/performer, so you'll have something different to look forward to every now and then as well. I also have a fan page on Facebook that is slowly but surely growing, so if you would go to my Facebook fan page under courtesy, you will see my picture and a few cover videos that I have done. I promise you guys, you will not be disappointed as this channel continues to grow. I love you guys all so much. Peace, love, and life. You guys have a good one.